Hello, hello, hello.
I want to say bendiciones because it's Sunday. Bendiciones.
You want to say bendiciones.
Bendiciones. Bendiciones. Welcome to another episode of
Lots of love. And this is episode
uh
32.
32. I'm trying to Spanish today, guys. 32. No, dos, tres o dos. Deuce. I don't know. 32.
32.
32.
We'll get there at some point. Hello, all. Thank you so much for watching. We love when you jump on, catch up, see the replays, jump on YouTube or on Facebook or any of our pages to watch Lots of Love. And we have so much fun doing this.
And these were fun. The today is live. You'll see why it's live shortly, but these were fun. These were fun.
Yes, we are live rather than editing footage like we normally do, because in Amsterdam we felt we had a day where we went to 2 or 3 places at once. So it would have been too long of a video, and we figured let's just screen share and chat and talk about 3 specific places. Okay, now your host, Mr. French, Mr. Love and Butter, he decided we're gonna wrap up Amsterdam so that way next month we could go into Belgium, so you can see where we ate in Belgium. So we're doing you had prepared for us a cheese and wine
Canal cruise in Amsterdam.
Okay, because we know that the canal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my photos. So you're going to see some photos here. Yep, this is what we're doing today. We're sharing photos. So you're going to see my photo albums. And as you can see, Amsterdam is so beautiful. Just again, the canals and the bridges throughout are absolutely beautiful. So this particular day, we went on the flagship.
Yep.
And it was a cute like boat. It was amazing. And there was so many people from different places that were joining us for this tour. And they told us a lot about the architecture, the history, and there were people from different places. Do you remember any of the places that some folks were from?
France. There's a couple of people from France, a lot of people from the US, Britain, and I think there was a New Zealand on that as well. So
it's so wild to be, around so many people from so many different,
it was cool,
different places. It was absolutely
I told her to enjoy it. This might be the only cruise we ever go on.
Yeah, it was a cute, like little, it was a great little, well, how many, was it like a 2-hour cruise? I think something like that. You said
canal cruise, yeah. And they told us history, and they told us about the guys who use the magnets to clean the bikes out of the canals because bikes go in, and the cars go into the canal, and yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of stuff in the canal itself, but it was really cool.
Cars and bikes and random stuff that come out of the canal. But it was a cheese and wine.
Ooh, good cheese.
So what kind of cheese did we have?
We had, I think there was a smoky Gouda, and there was definitely an aged cheddar on one of them. So I think the one on the right was the aged cheddar, and then the smoky Gouda. They were both fantastic.
They were fantastic. And of course they were serving wine, and we were all like talking and seeing the views, as you can see a little bit there. It was fantastic. It was
fun too.
It was fun. It was beautiful. I really enjoyed being able to see Amsterdam from the water. And again, it was called the Flagship Amsterdam Luxury Tour.
Yeah, if you go, I recommend it. It's not terribly expensive. You do board at the Anne Frank Museum and House, which is a lot of people and a lot of different little tiny ports, but the guys with the orange jackets are where you need to go, and it was easy to find. So highly recommended.
It was adorable. It was a great time, and it was a really nice day. So the day was not bad, and I think we're going to talk a little bit about that later as we're walking around, but it was absolutely beautiful. And again, they served us wine and cheese.
Sparkling.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because we know Mr. Love and Butter does not drink.
I don't drink. So if we talk about the food on the cruise, the cheese was great, and they give you like the little cracks and stuff, but the sparkling iced tea, I'm like, all right, I'll have sparkling. It was good.
Has anyone ever had sparkling iced tea? Yeah. That's like soda consistency. Like it's like you're drinking soda, but it's iced tea.
So it tastes like iced tea, just bubbly. It's good. I like it.
He loved it.
I did.
I did get a sip and it was absolutely delicious. I was not mad at the sparkling iced tea. I was not. All right. So that was our beautiful little like tour
It was tours
of a
early
canal.
early in the day. It was I think it was 11 to 1, so it was a
Mm-hmm.
2-hour tour, 11 to 1. So
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it, had a great time. Of course, it wasn't a lot of food. It
Mm-hmm.
was just cheese and champagne and sparkling iced tea. So I said, hey, let's maybe stop and get something else along the way.
Yes.
So
So then the next day, or was it the same day?
the next day,
No, I think it was the next. Yeah, it was the next day.
the next day we went to see tulips.
Tulips. All right. Now the tulip fields, that was
The
phenomenal.
things you got to remember when you go to Amsterdam, the tulips in season in bloom don't last that long. So if you
Right.
go, we went in April, which is a perfect time. April in Paris, definitely. April in Amsterdam, absolutely, because that's when all the tulip fields, every single one of them, are in full bloom. So it's unbelievable. The colors are unbelievable. It's
Oh,
amazing. So
it
let's
was
take a look at the pictures.
so beautiful, just magical. Going to the fields, you all saw the pictures. I posted the albums and the colors of the tulips, the fields, the trip in itself, seeing the windmill.
Swimming was cool. But you know what the best part about it was? The food.
So let's talk about the food.
So this was a bus tour. It was the next day after the Canal cruise, and
Mhm.
this was a bus tour. So with the bus tour, it's about 5 hours, believe it or not. And there was a stop at a local, I guess a tavern is a good way to put it, local lunch place, maybe cafe, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it was totally unexpected and totally one of our favorite places in Amsterdam.
Amazing.
In Amsterdam.
Listen, I was already hungry
Mhm.
because those who know, I do not wear gym shoes.
No.
So I'm uncomfortable when I wear gym shoes. Give me a pair of heels and I could walk all day.
Mhm.
But in gym shoes, for some reason, they just bother the back of my feet. And we were going back and forth. And then I was hungry. And then I got hungry. And we stopped at a really cute spot, which I really enjoyed. I was wondering, I wonder what they're going to give us here. And it was a really cute, I'm going to put it up right now.
It was really cool.
They set up.
It was like a buffet, but the buffet had more than just normal buffet items. So you've got your beer cheese there, your creamy beer cheese, which was fantastic.
That's soup.
It was soup, but it was great. And all the grains, we've already talked about it in Europe, how different it is. Those rolls, insane. And like you could literally just eat 5 or 6 and go, okay, I'm very happy. But the rolls, the soup, the meat, the cucumbers, super. But what did you find?
Well, they had an amazing spread when we walked in.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. So it was maybe like 6 or 7 couples on the bus.
On the bus, about 20 people. Yep.
And we all came out. They had a really nice spread for us. And I thought, that looks like chicken soup. Well, it was like a beer cheese soup. And it was amazing. But I don't want to talk to you about the soup. And I don't want to talk to you about this like roll thing here, this bread. Okay. The bread was amazing. I want to talk to you about these 2 little things right here, which I was like, okay, what is it? Look at what it looks like in the inside.
It was crazy good.
It doesn't look cute.
It doesn't look
but it
cute.
Was amazing.
And the tour guide, I think we were picture a tour guide somewhere. The tour guide tried to describe it to us. And he just kind of gave up and said, okay, they're called bitter
ballin. If anyone's ever had a bitter ballin, hello, I see that you're watching. Say hi to us. Say hi to us. We'll put your comment. We'll put your comment on the screen.
It's so good.
It was amazing. So I had to Google what is a bitter ballin. Yes. What is a bitter ballin? And this is the picture that I took that day. What are bitter ballin in Amsterdam? And what it is, it's a Dutch equivalent of tapas, which are like small, deep fried, meaty snacks that are usually eaten alongside.
I don't know.
You said it the other day.
Oh,
come on, Mr. Love and Butter.
Beautiful.
Yes, that. It's almost like for the Latinos, I would say it's like a relleno de papa, but not really because the outside is so crunchy.
They were perfect, and it was a perfect consistency on the inside. So
What is it?
we don't know if it's just beef or veal, but it's minced. They mince it like really, 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 really tiny, and when they fry it, that coating
It's amazing. So the traditional filling is a beef or a veal,
Mhm.
which is shaped into a ball and coated with this coarse breadcrumb. And the breadcrumbs were phenomenal. I
Amazing.
literally was begging, Mother, don't judge me. I was literally
So there were
like
no more on the there were no more
begging them
on the little, like, you know, you had the
for
big long
more.
spread. There was no more. So she's like, "Can you go ask for more?" So I went up there and like, "Hey, anyone? Oh yeah, we gotta make those. We make those to order and we put them out." So they came out a whole another plate and they were gone in like 5 seconds.
It was
Everyone
it
ate
was
it. It
amazing.
was fantastic. So it was an unexpected local treat on a
Yeah.
decent tour. The tour again wasn't that expensive.
Mhm.
It was a long tour because we had, I think, six tulip fields, one windmill, gorgeous,
Yeah.
that we went to, and then that stop halfway
Yeah.
through the tour. Oh, it was so worth it. It was absolutely worth it. So if you can do it, look for tulip tours. Totally recommended. The food amazing, sparkling. They had sparkling iced tea there too. I had sparkling iced tea again on that day too. It was wild. It's a big thing
It was absolutely
in
beautiful.
Amsterdam. Yeah.
Totally worth going.
Yeah.
We truly enjoyed ourselves. The tulip fields were phenomenal.
Yeah.
But like I said, that bitter ballin, I'm never going to forget that name. The bitter ballin is phenomenal. Nice, crunchy, round ball, fried. And in the inside, it was like veal, but it had like
Really
a
good.
chicken stock kind of taste to it.
It was savory. It had good seasoning. It had a great texture, and it had a great crunch to it. If you're like you're a crunchy fan, this was really totally worth it. So
It was
and it came
absolutely,
with the tour. Didn't pay anything extra for it. Just came with the tour. It was fantastic. Fantastic.
absolutely.
I'd go to do the tour again just for
It was amazing.
It was amazing. So that was the day before the last day in Amsterdam.
In
So,
Amsterdam.
This one,
We learned so much. We learned so much with the windmills
Yeah.
and just the tulips and
The
stuff.
history itself, the shoes, where the shoes came from. Remember the Dutch wooden shoes and so on. And then they relocated some windmills from one part to another, and it was really cool. But again, we're here for the food. So
We were there for the food. We were there for the
there
food.
for the food.
The food was
And
phenomenal.
it was a really cool surprise for a nice local little like cafe.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was that.
Mhm.
And like we mentioned, we had the cheese and wine in the Canal
Yep,
cruise,
yep.
which was amazing.
Amazing.
But now let's talk about bakeries. Now, you know we love our bakeries.
Yep.
We love our sweets.
Yep. Now, in my head, I'm thinking, wait till Paris. I've been in Amsterdam before. I didn't really do much in the way of bakeries. You know, I was there for work. This time was obviously for the anniversary. But I'm like, let's just wait to Belgium and Paris because we're thinking, oh, that would be the good pastries. Right across the street from our hotel, right across the street, we found this place.
And it was
amazing. It was amazing.
Love and butter. We don't really go to places that are. We haven't had a love and butter in 32 episodes where we say the food was.
We might talk about the one place in Paris that we didn't really like. We were like,
ooh, okay, yes.
We'll talk about it.
But okay,
yes. Be 3 episodes from now. So
yes,
we'll come back.
yes. There was a place in Paris that we actually did not like.
Didn't like.
But then everything else was absolutely amazing.
Right.
So we don't do too bad with this. All right. So I'm going to turn off our background music there, our theme song, and let's watch this video. We posted it, but I only posted a few seconds of it in our stories to kind of tease today's episode. But watch the entire thing.
And we're going to crank the volume. Hopefully you can hear.
I decide that we're going to walk into this small little bakery and I'm just going to get a box of everything. Yeah, he was not comfortable. That place was tiny.
Until the seat opened up. You can see me sitting there. I was like, oh, thank God.
But then we decide we're going to get a box of like almost everything. And we're going to run across the street where the hotel is and just enjoy it all. But no, I sat there. Yeah. I was like, I want one of those. I want one of those. Yeah. Ladies, come on, ladies. If you know what it's like to walk in and be like, I want one of those. I want one of those. And we sat there and we started trying them, but we didn't know we had an audience watching.
I still did.
All right, let's see if I could. I'm going to make sure that the volume is up on this here.
Looks like it's all over.
And let's press play and see what happens.
Almost oblivious.
So that. You had no idea that the guy had walked by you and he was looking at us because the girls were already talking about all the different treats that we
Mhm.
had and we were eating. Well, what did we find out about these guys? Do you remember?
They were from Argentina.
They were from Argentina.
Argentina.
Mhm.
And this bakery is an Argentinian bakery.
Correct.
Right across the street.
In Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam. And it was really good. I mean, they don't force you out. If you've ever been to Europe, they don't force you out anywhere in Europe. So
Right.
if you're sitting there, even if you're drinking coffee, eating cookies, you're bound to get people to either talk to you or just say, hey, you need something else, you good to go, whatever. They leave you alone, which is interesting. I didn't know they were behind me because I was at a weird angle. I was looking at the phone or the camera or whatever was in the corner. And, and lo and behold, she's like, all of a sudden.
I loved it. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I thought it was absolutely hilarious that you were like, you didn't even see them.
Nope.
You did not even see them.
Nope.
And you're just, listen, we were enjoying cookies and they were back there. You see, they were back there the whole time.
Mhm.
And they ended up telling us exactly what it was that we were eating.
Yeah. They gave us the rundown of what we were eating. Because, Liz is like, I want one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those.
The one that had the lemon filling. And I had the same exact thing, but with the pistachio,
yep.
which was phenomenal as well. And we just sat there and they started speaking in Spanish. So I was like, hey, I thought that was great.
Awesome.
It was awesome that they wanted to tell us and share with us exactly what it is that we had ordered and what we were trying, that it was like a delicacy over there.
And I think you got pictures of the names, but it was interesting because when you read it, you think, oh, it's either French or something. It was Argentinian, like literally it was Argentinian. So, and it was called Melly's cookies.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was absolutely.
And their pastry itself, a good pastry is flaky, crunchy, airy. It was fantastic. So I had the pistachio one. I stayed away from lemon. She's 11, but the pastry itself was fantastic. And the cookie.
Delicious,
almost perfect. I think I said it's basically perfect,
and it was because it wasn't that sweet. And I think that's the thing about having sweets in Amsterdam is they're not so sweet. Yeah, there it is. There's a picture of
Melly's. That's it. Melly's cookie.
Yeah, Melly's right there. It was Melly's cookies, and it was phenomenal. It was absolutely
yummy. You had something to drink, though. I think you didn't just eat; you had something to drink.
I did. I had their amazing. Everywhere I went, I had coffee. Yep. I was gonna have coffee no matter where I went because the coffee was.
And why does it taste better in Europe? Like, why does coffee taste better in Europe? Now you can't down in Florida. The water isn't great when you put it, but it's fine.
It was.
Watch this.
It's just amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
The box of the goodies. And I like that we're able to watch. We were like people watching. Look how little that place is.
Look how tiny it is. It's a counter is right behind me. The counter is like literally like right behind my back. So they had to squeeze in behind me the whole time. I didn't mind.
Oh, I want one of those cups of coffee.
You can't have one, sweetheart.
I want a cup of coffee.
It would take you about, 12, 15 hours to get one. So
it was so delicious. Absolutely enjoyed our time in Amsterdam. Melly's cookies was amazing. The Tulip tour was phenomenal. And
this is our Amsterdam Love and Butter. So it was really good.
It really was. It really was. Really, and this is the name of the folks, the Argentinian folks told us what it was.
Let me
see if I can open it really big.
It's
called Aragostino Pistache, and the other one is the Aragostino Limon.
Well, lemon for them.
Yeah. And it was, and as you can see there, they were practically selling out. They were so crunchy and yummy.
And those shops aren't open for long. That's like, 10 to 4 or something like that.
Yeah, they would close real early. I'm like, I want some. And everything was already closed. It was amazing.
Oh, wait till we get to the one in Paris. Remember that one?
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, we have finished 3 episodes of Amsterdam. We had their porfagets, their pancakes, which were amazing.
You said it right.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
The porfagets. The porfagets.
Now it's wrong.
however you say it.
However you say it, those were really
That
good.
was amazing.
Mhm.
Then we had the Duchess. The Duchess was my favorite. I will say that I love when I love when you all contact us and say we're watching. I know a lot of you don't comment, you don't say a lot on air, and even like on YouTube or anything, but you will contact us to tell us that you're watching, and we really appreciate that.
We do.
And one of the highlights of last month's show that everyone has been talking about was my dessert. Thank you very much. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go watch last month's episode.
Yeah, mine was boring, but hell, hello,
Mine looked like a science project.
It was
of
work
chocolate.
of art.
It was
like
a work of art
architecture
of chocolate. So if you haven't
Architectural
seen
device.
it, you have to see episode 31. Guys, we just love sharing our love and our passion for food, for travel, and of course for each other. And let's see, yeah. You're so silly. Thank you for watching Lots of Love and Butter. We love that you guys join us. And again, you're a part of our travels. Next month, we're going to Belgium. And do you think we're going to have some chocolate?
Yeah.
Do you think I should maybe have some chocolate live on air that we brought from Belgium?
Well, we can't have Belgian waffles.
We'll talk. I do have a picture of the waffles that I did eat.
yes.
I did have Belgian waffles.
Yep.
They were amazing.
Yep.
I have a picture. That's all I have.
Mhm.
But chocolate places, they were all over the place in Belgium.
You can swing a cat without hitting it. Was that swinging a cat? Never mind. Yeah.
Yes,
They were everywhere. And
they were everywhere.
They were good. They were real good.
And Belgium was special because we wanted to see where his grandpa was.
mhm.
And there's a nice video about that too. We'll probably post the link also definitely throughout the month so you can go in there and see that prior so you can understand why we went to 3 countries in one trip.
Are we going to do live next time?
Yeah. Yeah. The Netherlands, Belgium, and France.
Paris.
3 different countries in one stop. Love that we did that. I love that we did that. But now the Paris episodes, those will be edited episodes. Those would probably not be live because I actually have full-blown episodes of those.
Yep.
It's just Amsterdam and Belgium were kind of like all over the place. So
Well, no, we had a purpose. So
Yes.
purpose in Belgium, the purpose in Amsterdam, and the Duchess. Once we did the Duchess, I'm like, oh, how can we?
So we thank you all so much for watching. And I give, of course, 5 French flags to the entire experience in Amsterdam. I definitely want to go back again.
And I say I'll give 5 French flags to everywhere we went.
To everywhere.
If I could give 30 to the Duchess, I'd give 30, but that's just ridiculous.
Everywhere we went in Amsterdam was absolutely
amazing.
beautiful.
It was amazing. From the first night to the cookies, it was just
Everything.
It was fantastic.
Everything was beautiful. So thank you so much for watching and watch the replay. If you're catching it right now, just watch the replay. We love you guys. We will see you next time. Lots of love and